YouTube, what's going on? Um, it's your boy Bossman Junior TV. This is more or less story time slash introduction to my channel. Without further ado, let's go. All right, let's start. Let's first of all, I was born in New York, born in Manhattan, raised in the Bronx, Fordham, Grand Valentine. You know, if you know, you know. Uh, my school was PS33, ISO 74, MS319. ISO 74 already closed. At least I Googled and it was closed. And that's kind of what the story time is going to be about. And a little bit about myself. You know, I have 5 kids, and they're pretty grown already, except one of them is 7. Hobbies, chilling. I like to be in my house. I'm more of a you could say I'm more of a loner. You know, I have a few friends, but I'm more of a loner. I'm not a typical person to receive 9,000 messages a day, unless it's coming from my kids. So other things I like to do, I like guns. So right now I only got one. I got an HKP 2000 SK right here. It's empty. But I started my gun collection. It's not even a collection, I only got one, but I started around, you could say, the pandemic. That's where I had the chance to work a lot, do all the paperwork and get the money for it. And right now I'm just, like I said, I don't have one. Obviously, I'm planning to grow. I'm not gonna say what's the next one I got my eye on, because you guys are gonna see it. And yeah, like I said, born in New York, raised in the Bronx, Fordham, Castle Hill. Big shout out to Castle Hill. I think Castle Hill, other than my grandmother that was living there in 575 and 2225. In 575, she lived on the 4th floor. 2225, we lived on the 9th floor. So I'm not gonna say the apartment, obviously, because I don't really remember. And if I did, I wouldn't say it either. Like, but anyhow, yeah, Castle Hill, and I went to IS 174 from 7th to 8th grade. This story time is how I almost became a gang member due to pressure. I can say thankfully, you know, I never been bullied. I think I had always been the quiet one, but be careful with him. So I had the respect of a lot of people, and I had triple the respect when when I fought my first time, and I beat the shit out. It wasn't a beating, but I punched the shit out of him in his ear, and he fell down. And immediately, when I was going on top of him to keep punching him, they pushed me back, and then I didn't get suspended. But yeah. Well, the story tells how I almost became a gang member, a blood. And before I do that, let me show you guys. I'm not kidding. I got the yearbook, 2001. I'm trying to find myself over here. What was my teacher? Teacher. I was in 808. I was in 808. Miss Poursoir was my teacher back then. And here I am. Show you guys I'm not bluffing. It's right here. That's me. Probably can't see it, but Yes, me, the first one over here. But yeah, around 8th grade, I used to skip class a lot. Like, like a lot. I used to skip school a lot. And in between, I'm gonna mention some things that people don't even know. They're not so crazy, but I used to rob bodegas with a couple of friends of mine. We just take some chips, soda, 50-cent soda. I don't even know if they sell that anymore. I don't live in New York anymore. I live in Puerto Rico since I graduated the 8th grade. That's a long story, but it ties to this because immediately I graduated from the 8th grade, it's when my grandmother decided to come to Puerto Rico. And, she didn't want me to start high school over there. And quite frankly, I think she already knew that I was in the right path anyways. Because at that point, I remember I met this person in school. He was a blood. Now, nowadays, there are 9,000 blood inside of the blood gang. It's like, we got this, we got the third. It's a whole block. This talking about 2001. And the whole point about this is that I used to cut class with this dude every day, and he would tell me he would literally be on the window of my classroom. I'll be like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I never come back. Just cut class. We used to bully. I don't feel proud of that, but we used to bully special ed kids, and between that, he was the type of person that really rocked with that. And he used to walk with a red bandana, and at that point, all right, like I was saying, I used to hang out with this dude every day, despite that he wasn't in my classroom. And at one point, I did ask him, "What's up with the red bandana?" Because he wasn't the only one in school with it. And he told me that he was a blood. And immediately, without hesitating, he's like, "You want to join?" And without thinking about it, I said, "Yeah." And I remember he told me, this is something that's forever. It's not. He didn't use this exact word. Remind you, this is 2001. But he meant to say you can't dibble and dabble. This is forever. So I was like, okay. Mind you, we were literally weeks away from graduating. Spoiler alert, he didn't graduate. Even though he's in the yearbook, which I'm not going to show him. Obviously I'm not a big YouTuber, but it's one of those things that, you don't want to bring up, the guy, God forbid he's dead or he's in church right now, but I don't know. But the point is that he didn't graduate. I did. And he told me that, I will always remember this. He told me that I had to, for me to join, for me to show loyalty, I had to cut someone in the face. Do they do that right now in 2023? I don't know. I don't know. I live in Puerto Rico now. I don't live in New York anymore. And even though I'm up to date with absolutely everything that happens in New York, I'm not up to date with initiations for any gang. I don't know. But at least back then he told me that I had to cut someone in the face. And it was like a whoa moment for me. Because like I said, it's not that I wanted acceptance from anybody, but it's one of those things that I was hanging out with the cool kid, so I felt like I had to do it. And I remember I was quiet. And at the end of the day, I didn't do it. I remember the last day of school, I didn't see him. But I didn't see him. I'm thinking about it. I didn't see him, but I was cutting class that day. And mind you, we already knew that we were moving to Puerto Rico. We just didn't know when. So when it happened, I was frustrated because I didn't want to move to Puerto Rico. And pretty sure my sister either. But once we were over here, that I keep thinking about it. And I was like, bro, that's the best decision that my grandmother ever made. My mother died in New York. We buried her over here in Puerto Rico. So she wanted to come to Puerto Rico regardless. But at the same time, she didn't want me to start high school over there. I'm not saying every high school is bad. I don't know. But I think over here, it's more structured. Like, you need to wear uniform. You know, it's more structured than over there. Like, over there, it's a free-for-all. Over here, you're either one of the cool kids, or the nerds, or whatever the case may be. Over there, you could be, in New York, you could be somebody that, just like me, as long as you don't step in nobody's toes, you're not trying to, like I said, dibble and dabble, you'll be cool. Because I'm still like that as today. I'm still pretty quiet. But I'm just like that person, you know, that I stand on business. I'm not gonna let you push me over and all that dumb shit. And I think about it nowadays. I'm like, that's the best decision that my grandmother ever made. Because I feel like I would have been dead. Could have been dead, even slashing that person in the face. You know, and as basic as this message is gonna sound for whoever watches the video, don't fall into peer pressure. Just don't. People are gonna pressure you to do a lot of stupid things, whether it's work, whether it's life itself. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. If you have a gut instinct that tells you you're wrong, just don't do it. I know there's a lot of people that love to, if you tell them, hey, don't go over there, because if you go over there, there's probably a pothole and you're probably gonna bust your car there. They'll still go over there. But I think you gotta be the person to set your foot down, stand on business, like they say now, and just ignore all that. Just go your path. Try to find someone that can give you good advice. Like I said, I don't have a lot of friends. I got maybe 4 of them. 5 if I count my sister. I consider my sister my best friend as well. And I think the less people you have, the less chance you have to get your heart broken, whether it's women or friendship. And I got both of them heartbroken. But that's literally my lesson. I know it's basic, but it's literally my lesson. You know, stand on yours. Don't fall with peer pressure at all. Just do you. Simple as that. Well, this is my introduction, my YouTube introduction. I'm gonna try to do some story times, because I got a lot of them. And at the same time, I'm trying to do what I keep doing, just posting clips of different channels and stuff. And just to see what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.